And we are live. Welcome everybody to the main pod special episode of our Odyssey review. We saw the movie yesterday, not at the same
Last
time.
night.
I saw it really last night. You kind of saw it like late
I saw
evening,
it at
like
6
right.
p.m.
Okay, last night, sure. But I watched it
Yeah.
really late last night. Um, I guess we should get started with like just in general, like our thoughts on like Nolan as a director. While people trickle in.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Because I am a huge Nolan fan.
No, you are not.
I really am
Stop
though.
lying.
What name every single Nolan movie I've watched has been pretty high in terms of like how much I've liked it. Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
is this
scroll
is
through my
this your
letterbox,
least
but
is this your least favorite Nolan?
no. It is not my least favorite Nolan.
What is your least
That
favorite Nolan?
that goes to The Dark Knight Rises.
Where do you
Um
have that on Letterboxd as?
I don't have it rated, but I definitely would
Okay.
dislike it the most. I have
Okay.
watched and rated Interstellar 4.5, Oppenheimer 5, Dark Knight 5, Inception 4.5, Memento 4, The Prestige 4, Batman Begins 3.5. Wait, I have Batman Begins rated and Dark Knight rated, but not Dark Knight Rises. That was definitely like I definitely like just forgot to rate it. That's funny.
Fairs.
I will say, technically speaking, um, the Odyssey would be my lowest right now, just based off of like um just based on like Letterboxd, but I'm not going to go
Mhm.
fully off that. I'm also going to go off of my own like opinions that I know I have on these movies. Um, and I know that I did not like The Dark Knight Rises that much.
I think that's probably the worst Nolan film of all time. I can't lie there.
I'll have to genuinely watch the rest to know for sure, but it's pretty low. But his worst is still not terrible. Like I would watch The Dark Knight Rises again theoretically, but it's not my cup of tea. Um,
Okay.
I guess. Oh, John's here. Cannot wait to hear these guys go into depth about how much they like the Odyssey 2026. John, you're watching it. You're watching it Sunday, right? I'm intrigued to see if
Grim
you
is
like it or
not
not.
watching the Odyssey.
That's not surprising from Grim. I can't lie. Did you post it? Oh, you did post it in DC Leaks. That's hilarious. Um, I guess we should just start talking about the movie. I want
Yeah.
you to go first, and then
You
I'll counter argument or whatever.
I
After
don't
Grim's gonna love my
uh,
take.
okay. So I have not read the Odyssey. You
What?
have.
What? You
Well,
didn't read the
first of
Odyssey?
all, there's that controversy like 2 years ago where this film was announced, and I replied to Soups's tweet saying I did not know about this book either. And I know aspects from the book because it's so notorious, but like I've never heard about the book as a whole.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago. Ever since then, I took up a writing minor, and we've discussed it. Same with the Iliad. Um, but I've never really went into the book in depth at all.
Yeah.
So I really went in kind of blind from a story perspective, which from what I hear from other people, it stayed true to basically
It did.
everything in the book.
Yes. It's true.
Besides the third act, which kind of shifts um, kind of the thematic messaging from the book, or it doesn't really shift it, but kind of brings a new perspective into light.
Sort
Uh,
of to modernize it.
yeah,
that was the goal, was
and I
to
suppose
modernize the
that
story.
that was with Odysseus's trauma, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The idea that the Trojan War was something that they knew was
Did
wrong.
they change much with Athena? I was very curious about that.
I don't remember her in the story, like at all. I'm sure she's in
Oh,
it. I don't. That's an aspect I did. I liked that aspect of the movie, but I didn't.
well, she was barely in this movie.
Yeah,
Um,
but for the scenes that she was in, they were
she was in
good.
pivotal scenes. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's a lot of like standout performances in this movie where the actor really had like very little screen time, which I expected more. Um, I expected more from, especially John Bernth. I thought John Bernthal would have a bigger character. Um,
I
I thought
I'm
Lupita
happy
would
he
also
didn't
have a
because he
bigger
wasn't.
character.
John Bernthal did not do a very good job in this movie.
I think
So
he's kind of like the Rock of actors a little bit in terms of like
he's
he
the
kind of
Rock of like
gives
real actors.
he's the Rock of real actors in which he kind of
Yeah,
gives one performance um throughout all of his performances. And Punisher, it's John Bernthal, and
it just kind of is him,
it really
right? Yeah.
freaking works. Um, but in terms of the performances in this movie, I thought were pretty incredible. I know you disagree here because we talked about it, but I thought Robert Pattinson, as the Snake that he was in this movie, gave a terrific performance.
See, I
Matt
thought
Damon
back
gave
on
a
it.
phenomenal performance, and
I thought,
it's gonna be up to him or probably Tom Cruise for the Oscar.
or Chalamet,
Mm, yeah, it's gonna be
or
up to those three.
it could be Chalamet's turn. Eventually, they're going to give it to him.
I don't know because
They're probably not going to give it to him for this, but they're
Matt
going to give it to him
Damon.
eventually.
They have Matt Damon and Tom Cruise. I don't know if this is gonna be Timothy's year.
I'll say I have not 180'd on Pattinson, but I definitely respect the performance a little bit more now than I did uh last night. I definitely think that that was better than I gave it credit for. Um because I really do see where they were going with there, and I personally am really cool with what they did. And I think that Pattinson did a good job playing that like Weasley little snake. For some reason in my brain, I thought his character would be more badass, and I kind of knew he wasn't, and I kind of just sat there and was like, okay, like clearly this is what his character's supposed to be. Um, so yeah.
Yeah. Um, I thought the visuals were pretty remarkable. You did not watch this in IMAX, right?
No, I wanted to. I wanted to watch it in 70 millimeter because we have a one
We
of
do
the
not have a 70 millimeter.
yeah, we got
So
a theater in Rhode Island that does it in Providence. So I wanted to go over there, but I settled for my local uh theater instead because I wanted to watch it ASAP, and I was probably gonna have to wait
they
a
have
week
a
or a half
70
for that.
millimeter in Rhode Island out of all
They do.
places,
They have Apple
but not
Cinemas
here. Okay.
has one.
Okay.
They have an IMAX and IMAX 70 millimeter there, and I believe those are the only two
Well,
theaters there.
regardless, we have a pretty big IMAX theater, and I saw it there. They gave out free IMAX posters, which were like
That's cool.
they were really large posters too. I didn't expect that. Um, I could tell that a lot of the visuals would have been lost in a regular theater format, and I don't know if you could tell that on your end, but I could tell like there would be definitely heads cropped on a regular
Sometimes there was a head
screen.
corrupt. Yeah, but I
See,
will
like on
say,
IMAX, it's just the whole thing, right? Like
right. I will say
with room.
visually, this movie was really impressive. Like I, that's not an issue I have with
Yes.
the movie. I think it looks really good, and I think that the cinematography is very good. So I have no issues with either one of those things with the movie. Like I definitely think my biggest problem with the film is the acting. I felt at times was not nearly as good as other Nolan movies. I especially point to Matt Damon. I really do not think that he was the best actor. That again, like I mean, everyone, including yourself, has told me, "Oh, this will be a Best Actor nomination. He'll probably even win it. He'll at least get really close." I, as of now, based on the movies I've watched, I would nominate him. I said in the car on the way home, I talked to Tommy, who's in the chat right now. I said that if I had watched every movie that the Academy typically does before nominations, I would probably not even give him a nomination. Like I just didn't feel like it was anything exceptional. And I don't know, I kind of sat there with myself. I sat there with myself a long time last night and really tried to decipher why I didn't like this movie. And part of it to me might have just been that like for whatever reason Damon's performance does not do it for me. And that is just enough for me to not resonate with this film the same way.
Hmm.
Um, it's hard to really say where that all goes wrong. I think part of it is simply um I do think it might have been Nolan's direction, where I do feel like Damon is capable of more than what he provided in the movie. But I've
Really?
never really loved Damon in anything that I can remember. Like I've seen The Martian, and he wasn't that great in The Martian. I don't. I'm trying to think of like I've never seen any of the Bourne movies, but I can't imagine he's putting on a career performance in any
I'll
of them.
say this is probably um, the best performance he's had since probably Good Will Hunting.
I didn't watch Good Will
Uh,
Hunting. um, I mean,
it's been so long that I've forgotten so much about that movie, but I can't think of anything else that really tops this performance.
I mean,
Um,
Sam brings up a valid point. I got Grim agreeing with me. That's true. He
have you
also
seen the
has
Clerks
its.
movies?
No, I have not. I want to though. I definitely want to watch
I
the
think you
View
should
Askew
definitely sit
universe.
down and yeah, you should definitely watch sit down and watch through the Clerks movies because I think they're worth it.
Yeah.
Well, some of them, like Chasing Amy, is completely horrendous. But anyways, um, yeah, the visuals were outstanding. The practical effects that they did with this movie, particularly with Cyclops, and who were those like tall brutes? What were they called?
Those were Poseidon's sons. I don't remember what they're called, but that's what they I believe that that's what they are.
I
They're Poseidon's sons.
I read that they actually used like 7 foot extras for those, and then hired um like 5 foot stunt doubles to
Oh.
play Odysseus's army, and I thought that was really well done. Um,
There was a pretty good part of the cinematography with the Cyclops before you saw that it was the Cyclops, where like for me at least particularly, it was cool the way that the camera sort of Lystrigonians, I believe is how you pronounce that. Yeah, there are Poseidon's sons, I believe, though. I believe that that's
okay,
their purpose in the story. But there was a sequence with the Cyclops before you saw the Cyclops where you could feel them small, like you could feel the characters were smaller, but you hadn't seen the Cyclops yet and you hadn't heard the Cyclops yet, so it was just camera tricks. And it made you feel like you were an
right.
ant in the scene as well. And that I thought was really neat. But that sequence for me went on far
There
too
were a
long.
few camera tricks that really were well done. I noticed, and you just mentioned one of them.
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely think the Cyclops sequence goes on for far too long to warrant.
well, they
Um,
also I heard that Nolan eliminated like one of the most pivotal lines from the book,
yeah, the
which
joke. There's
the
like a joke that he
nobody
does.
one.
Yeah, the nobody joke. It wouldn't have fit. I mean, it would have been a little campy, but it really wouldn't have fit with the tone of the
That's what
movie. And I'm
I
happy
thought,
that they
because
cut
especially
it.
with a
But
Nolan adaptation and what we saw, and what we got, like I don't like hearing about it now. I'm like, I don't think it would have really fit it with the tone of that scene or the film. Um, I think there was something else with Penelope that they uh changed from the book, but that's all I know, or that's all I've read
I
about.
don't I don't know. It stayed pretty faithful to the source material from what I remember
Yeah,
of
all I
the
heard
book.
was about the Cyclops and then Penelope, something with Penelope that I forget.
Sam, you're definitely more well versed in the Odyssey than I am. So if you remember what that is that he's referring to, but I can't for the life of me remember. Um, I agree though. We didn't need the nobody joke. I really appreciated that it didn't change its tone throughout. Like for the most part, it stays a very like serious, almost tragic tale. It really is a tragic tale because he loses all of his men. So that's pretty sad. So the movie feels very somber throughout. I definitely think that as I keep mentioning, there's a sequencing problem with the movie, like a structural problem that I feel with the movie, where I do think that sequences last too long. I think that instead, Nolan loves being choppy with his editing, like and
Yes.
cutting to and fro. I think he should have done more of that. Um, I do think that there are times where I'm with Odysseus for too long or I'm with Telemachus for too long, and I wish that the scenes could be brought in like half. So you would cut it in half and structure the sequences that way. I did
Mhm.
feel like it wasn't a pacing issue because ultimately like I throughout the film I knew okay we're probably about 2 hours in, we're probably like I didn't feel like oh the movie's going on too long, but I did feel like certain scenes went on too long, and I don't think that they need to be cut down. I think they just needed to be structurally changed. um when it comes
Well, I
down
think
to
I think my issue with this movie is what you're saying, and it's like I think I think that issue, what you're honing in on, is a consistent problem that I specifically have with Nolan films generally, and it's
Mhm.
the way he structures his non-linear filmmaking style, which he basically uses for almost if no, not all of his films, but
Most of them it is part I would say it's part of
most
his
of his
craft. He does
films.
that with most of his
It's
movies.
it's part of his craft and his style, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. So
Okay.
my problem with this, my biggest problem with this movie is that particular issue, and it's something that I have an issue with a lot of Nolan films. But other than that, like I think this film really does a great job at crafting the story with the book in mind, and the visuals, especially at dawn or dusk or night, I think were phenomenal. We talked about the Hades scene. That scene
Oh
is
yeah.
shot phenomenally. Like I really dig I really dig exteriors that are shot like that, and
Yeah.
I thought it was just great, and not just the visual of that scene. That scene itself is probably one of the best films, or one of the best scenes in the film. Um,
The
and I think Elliot Page gives a terrific performance in that scene as well.
Elliot's monologue is probably my favorite scene of the movie. It's tied with either that or the first sequence with the Trojan War. I really enjoyed my friend Gustavo, who I saw the movie with, did not like this, but I really enjoyed like the almost trap drums in the fight scenes where it slowly but
Yep.
surely picked up. I thought that that was really intense, and I think Ranson scored this movie, right?
Who?
Ludwig Göransson, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yes. I
Um,
don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but
all right, someone correct me if I'm wrong. But obviously he's done Mandalorian. He did Black Panther. He did. I believe he did Oppenheimer, right? Or did he do part of Oppenheimer? I thought Zimmer might have done Oppenheimer as well. Maybe they both did it. I don't remember.
I don't
Maybe
remember.
I'm. No, I think he did. He did do. He did do Oppenheimer. Now that I'm remembering.
He's been
Uh,
doing, yeah, because he's been collaborating with Nolan for a few years now.
I did feel like his score was exceptional. Throughout the battle scenes, particularly, is when you hear that drum, and I think that that is very much.
Yep.
Um, it kept the intensity of the scenes for me. I
It
really enjoyed
was
that.
it was so loud, especially in IMAX. There was
I
this
bet.
one scene, I think in the Cyclops scene. Oh my god! I thought my eardrums were literally going to burst. I cannot lie to you. Like it was just that loud, and it's so consistent too. Um, I had that problem with a few other scenes in the film. I just don't think it needed to be that loud, and I felt like the sounds weren't really, because especially with the thunderstorms when they're on the boat. At least
Mm. That
this
is loud as shit.
it might just be a theater problem, but it didn't sound like thunder. It was just like blasting, like
Yeah, that
sound
might be a theater
beams.
problem. It sounded like thunder to me, but it was loud as shit. And
But
we weren't in an
yeah, I
RPX
mean,
screening. We were just in a regular like recliner seating Regal showing. So I can't imagine what the people in RPX were hearing. It was probably way too loud. Um,
yeah, I was in one of the bigger IMAX theaters in my state, and it was just like whoa, it was way too loud at times.
Mm.
To my liking. Not to my liking, I mean. But yeah, I don't know what else. What else should we discuss?
Well, like I said, I really liked Elliot Page's monologue. That sequence actually, again, my friend Gustavo like left the scene, and he was so mad because it is probably the best scene in the movie. Uh, the It got to a point where like I really was digging the film conceptually at that point. Like I really understood um at that point what the real theming of this was going to look like, where Odysseus has all this guilt over both the Trojan War, the loss of all of his men. Like I remember, I believe in the book he also like escapes and leaves um after he kills all the suitors. But it brought that a whole new, I think, resonance to that, because it really the movie really showed you why he left. And it really like explained that to you. I think my issue there is that I actually wish it was a little less uh obvious with that. Like I feel like an audience that's really paying attention to the movie can pick up that he is feeling grief, that he's feeling this guilt. And instead they sort of there's a sequence towards the end of the movie right before the battle with the suitors where he's talking to Penelope, and he sort of re-explains all of his trauma and all of his guilt. And to me, the scene is maybe a good scene film-wise and even performance-wise, or filmed-wise. I mean, like literally shot, but I do feel like for the movie, it's over explaining itself. And I think it's doing it because no one wants the movie to be palatable to a mainstream audience, which is completely fine. Because no one is, by all means, a mainstream director. He absolutely makes movies intended to be consumed by the masses. Uh, However, it doesn't mean that the movie, I think, needs to do those things. Like, I think Nolan almost pretended, he almost knew his audience wasn't going to fully get it unless he fully explained it to them. And again, I might just be completely off there, but that was a sequence that really didn't sit right with me. Is when the movie is over explaining its themes. I think again, like it was very obvious, and I mean, I caught it the second that Odysseus started feeling the guilt, and even in the Trojan War sequence, the
But then
first
we
time
got
you can kind of see his
that
issue with
sequence
it.
though, when he's describing it.
I
And
mean,
I thought that was the probably the best, if not
like the second Trojan War sequence, you
maybe
mean?
yeah, that was maybe top two or top two scene in the film for me. I mean, it was just especially when he witnesses Athena's beheading. Uh,
That looks
and
good. Don't get me wrong, that looks good. Like I've never had an issue with this movie's visuals and the way that it's framing things. I think the cinematography of that scene and even the symbolism of that scene is really good. But I just sit there and I'm like, is it I feel like we are rewatching things, maybe in a different context, but we're rewatching things that we don't need to, that I feel like the audience can pick up on. And so from a filmmaking perspective, it looks great. And it probably does fit within the structure of the movie. But for me specifically, I feel like it's beating its viewers over the head with the themes of the movie, which is Sam is describing the themes
well,
of the movie, I
well,
feel. But
the audience isn't getting that. I mean, like you're saying, it's overstating its meaning, but
I think so. Yes.
we don't know the meaning of Athena. We don't know the meaning of or we don't know what happens at that war. I mean, I guess you could argue, which maybe you are. I'm not sure if we could have that whole sequence when it actually happens in the story earlier on,
That
if that's what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know if that makes it any
Because
better.
otherwise,
I
we
think that
just
that creates a new problem.
who is Athena then?
Well, we know Athena's a god. But I always viewed Athena from the start of the movie as someone that is sort of racking his guilt, right? And so when we see the the sequence in the Trojan War, and we specifically see Zendaya in that sequence, and we see the beheading of Athena. Um, Again, yes, it is like connecting it all back. It is in a way. I mean, it does the thing that Oppenheimer does, which I love from Oppenheimer, where it connects everything back and seals the narrative. But here, for me, it doesn't work. I feel like it's over explaining itself. And I don't really, it's tough because I sit there and I'm like,
I feel like
that
you're
doesn't, it
describing
feels hypocritical,
a
but
common issue with Nolan's films, though, in which
maybe.
I don't understand why you don't think the same with his other films that do that,
That's part
like
of my issue is
Oppenheimer.
that I feel like I'm being hypocritical because I clearly don't like it here. There's nothing I can't, I don't think I can say like I could like it. Like I understand Sam's in the chat explaining some of the things, and you're sitting here explaining very similar things, and I'm understanding what you're saying. It makes sense. It's not like it's necessarily a bad thing, but for me, it did not work. But it really it just doesn't work in this movie. And maybe if I watch Oppenheimer again, I don't like it as much. It's possible that like my film taste buds like changed during the movie, but like that seems unlikely. I don't know. It frustrates me a little bit.
I really don't think there is another director right now that could tackle this film besides maybe
No,
Denny.
Denny
Um,
wouldn't want to. Denny would not
Denny
want to.
would want to, but I
Not
think he
this
could.
soon.
Oh, obviously not. But like we're talking hypothetical here. Like
Yeah,
there's maybe one director um, that will get a budget as big as what Nolan did that could tackle this, and it's possibly Denny. Um, but like, yeah, I mean, if you're getting an Odyssey movie, it's probably going to be from Christopher Nolan, and it's probably going to be the best adaptation you can get from the Odyssey.
right.
Um, at this time, so I thought the movie was good. You obviously don't. I think your issues are like what Nolan does with every single one of his films, but you just don't like it here. Um, which is fine. I mean, I guess if it doesn't fit the story, which you don't think it does, then I guess that's fine. So I can understand that part of it. But I think it's just a thing that I myself also do not like. What you're describing is one of um, the bad parts of the film for me. And I gave this like I'm at like a 8.5. I'm in between a 4 and a 4.5 star out of 5.
Okay.
Um, and I know you gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, straight up five down the middle for sure.
So you just
Yeah.
think it's straight up mid.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing too. I've discussed my what I think mid is 4 through 6, and then like for me, 4 is like a low mid, five's like mid, and then 6 is like high mid. And after that is all films that I like, right? So 6 is really the last rating that I give to a movie before I can truly say I liked it. Um, and then there's not a lot of room there. So if I'm giving something a 7 or an 8, I thought it was good to great, and 9 and 10 are great for sure.
Oh,
Eight certainly depends
I
on the
guess we
movie.
got a rumor if we want to break.
Oh, by all means, throw up the rumor.
John Campia is saying that he knows who Batman is, and he just dropped the name.
Oh my lord, bro. What's the name?
I don't even know who this is. Mitchell Slaggert.
Let's take a quick peek. Let's pause and take a quick peek. Slaggert.
He says he's fairly confident he knows who DC Batman is.
Oh
Um,
God.
and it's Mitchell Slaggert.
Uh,
And he's
he was
31, 6'2".
he was in Wish Upon, which I saw with Gustavo, which is a Joey King
Is it good?
movie. No, it's a Joey King
Oh, it's
movie.
awful. I don't even know anything about this film.
This guy is not a good actor. By the way,
He's in this seems like a
he's not even
very
in the movie. He's barely in the movie. Wait, I thought he was the main actor in the movie. He's not. Okay. Then I don't even.
he's in Moss, which apparently has okay ratings.
Right when you get work is not good either. So they casted this guy solely based off of looks. except he
I
also doesn't really
I
look like
don't think
Batman.
he's right. Uh,
I This is kind of a weird name to just throw up though. No. Oh
dude,
boy,
I have no. I don't think it's true.
that is that. I mean,
Especially since he's younger. He's younger than David Cornsweet.
hmm.
He's younger than David Cornsweet, and I I'm I'm putting that X on this one. I don't think this is true.
I'm still posting that in DC News. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you aren't.
Okay, fine. I'm not. Well, that's an
Do it
interesting.
for do it for shits and giggles. I don't care.
Okay,
What did you think about Tom Holland?
in the movie, Holland is a weak performance. I don't think he's awful. Um, I definitely don't think he's playing the role well. I just think he's kind of
I
doing about as mid of a job as you could possibly do.
I did not think he was good in this film, and this is kind of the first film he's done that's like um not a comic book movie besides for Uncharted, I think. Right?
What do you wait? What's your like a real? What are you saying here? Like a real movie?
I'm not saying that. I'm not putting those words out, but I'm saying a non-comic book movie
I mean, he's done other non-comic book movies, but
outside of Uncharted.
he's done other non-comic book movies. This guy's in a lot of stuff.
Tom Holland?
Did you know he was employed like that? He's employed.
No,
Yeah.
I did not know that actually.
I mean, he was in like theater productions too, but like he was in Romeo and
Well,
Juliet for a bit.
I'm talking about films here. Not. I'm not
He
saying
was
he's a bad
in
actor.
he was in Chaos Walking, Cherry, The Devil All the Time,
All right, so Hallmark
Onward,
movies.
Doolittle, Spies in Disguise.
Yeah,
uh,
these are just fodder
The
films.
Current War, Pilgrimage, The
Yeah,
Lost
no.
City of Z, A Monster Calls, Edge of Winter. All right, that's
These
it pre that's it
these are
pre
all
Civil War.
fodder. This is his first time working with an actual director. I'll say that.
Is that true? Doug Liman.
His second time is coming out in 2 weeks with Daniel
What?
Destin Cretton.
That's Destin Daniel Cretton.
Oh, Destin Daniel Cretton.
And then his next time will be hopefully after that.
With the
Hopefully after
Russo
that.
brothers.
With the Russos,
He's
yeah.
already worked with
Well,
the Russos.
let's say, I
Um,
mean, the Russos are kind of fake directors, but also they make damn good MCU movies. So, I don't
they're
know.
fodder.
They're
Um,
fodder MCU movie. Okay, yeah, you got it. You got it.
yeah, I mean, this is just kind of his big. I guess he was looking for a breakout performance here, and
So, yeah, he don't really got that.
I I didn't think he had that. Like, I know people were thinking that he was going to come out of this film with a best supporting actor nom,
Hmm.
which is obviously not going to happen. Um, I just think it's a bit it's really weak.
It's a weak
And
performance, for sure.
it's I think it's also due to the fact and the jarring aspect to me is because literally everyone around him uh is just outmogging him in terms of acting. Anne Hathaway is just phenomenal. Robert Pattinson is great. And Matt Damon is phenomenal. I think someone who's not getting enough attention with this film is Himesh Patel, and I think
Oh my god, he was actually really good. I'm not like no
he
troll.
delivers a
Yeah, he did a great job.
great performance, and he's literally nowhere to be seen on the press or media. and I feel like he has one of the outstanding performances that I
Wasn't he
feel
with
like
Nyong'o? I thought he was with Nyong'o on a press tour. No?
maybe. I mean, I haven't seen him anywhere. I didn't know he was in this movie until I watched it. I think he's going to be starring in Ryan Coogler's X Files.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's fun.
so I'm excited to see where his journey goes because he's a great actor and I think this film proves it.
Yeah.
Um, I yeah, especially around the Cersei scene, he has a great performance there. It just every scene he's in, he's remarkable.
So Sam says that Tom has not worked with many good directors. It's true. We've looked through it. And genuinely, his best might be. I mean, besides Nolan, literally might be the Russos. Um, I think his performance is fine. He's stacked up against so many legends. That's also true. But fine. I could argue fine. Fine's maybe the acronym I would use or the adjective I would use. To your point, though, Brayden, I doubt people understand some of Nolan's points in the movie regardless. It's also true. Uh, I don't. I think he over-explained on purpose. Like I don't think he's like stupid. Like I don't think he's like dumb for doing it. I think that there are general um there's going to be general issues with uh the way that he tells the story from like someone who watches movies. But for like a normie, like yeah, they're gonna
Also to
appreciate
Sam's next point, about like kind of the right wing bigoted folks
right.
saying Lupita is playing Helen of Troy. They also say Elliot Page is playing Achilles, which is just not true. And I keep seeing this now after the film is released. Elliot Page is not Achilles. I don't know where that came from.
I think they legit just made it up.
They just made it up, and it's like,
I'm pretty sure they
okay,
just made it up.
what are we doing here? Um, but yeah,
But I thought you did a good job. Uh,
Elliot,
I think you might have some white noise in your background, Loki. But
how I do?
yeah, I don't really know if there's a way to fix that though, because Gustavo just talked about it, bro. People in DC, I hear it a little bit too on my end. But I don't. It's not that big of a deal for me. People in home of DC are getting mad that I posted that, even though like there is an actual like source. It's just his show. Um, in case you all missed it, Batman
How's his mic?
allegedly was cast, allegedly, for the DCU, but like it's obviously not real.
You actually posted it?
Yeah, I did, and everyone's pissed off at me. But like okay, I'll share the source. There's the source. It's just Kempia's
Also,
live stream.
you did post the source. You said per John Campia.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Anthony's like, that's not how I do news. Okay, that's how I do the news. They don't need anything
That's
else. Oh my god. Now Couch is like, I feel like there should be a separate news chat for things like leaks and claims from sources like Snyder, Kepia, and even Epoch. Guys, guys, if you're watching the stream, which I don't think you are, but if you were watching the stream, we take from all of those sources because that's news. That's all information. I don't use labels like reportedly because I put down according to or per this person. The way I report it is fully in line with normal journalistic practices, especially considering it's a Discord server. We're good.
we're
I don't
we're
care. I'm still
journalists
doing it.
here. We're
Like
professional
we're not even actual
journalists.
journalists. Like I'm just trying to update people. Anyway, Dad listening to New Order in the living room. The fuck. I mean that's kind of solid though. I can't lie. I don't know if there's much else to talk about with this movie. We have covered quite a bit. Uh,
Sam, what else should we talk about in this movie?
Sam, is there
We'll leave
anything in
it up to
particular you
Sam.
wanted us to talk about, or Gustavo, if Gustavo is still here? Um, the Batman stuff kind of.
I it's so he doesn't even have any acting credits to his name besides Hallmark films.
Holland?
No, the dude for Batman, Mitchell Slager.
Oh no! Literally, that guy was in the freaking Wish Upon movie, Gustavo. If you're still here, that's the guy who's apparently the Batman
He's
in the
not
DCU.
okay. If there's one thing about James Gunn, he literally talks about like only wanting to hire people who have actual actual experience, and like you don't get Batman, you don't get an unknown who's only done Hallmark films
Yeah, straight up, bro.
as your Batman. I mean,
That's Batman of all people. Maybe like Captain Atom or
I
something.
mean,
Uh,
I'm expecting the Batman casting to be big, regardless, because every Batman casting has been big.
we did not talk about Lupita as a dual role in this movie, which I guess we can.
Hmm.
Helen and Clytemnestra, is that how you pronounce it? Clytemnestra or Clytemnestra? Um,
Clytemnestra.
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 Clytemnestra. I thought that she did a really, really good job as both roles. Had the in my opinion, the moment that was the biggest like jump scare for me, which is, and it wasn't because it was actually scary, but that guttural scream right before she kills Agamemnon.
Right.
That was really powerful. And I really like. I loved her performance for the few scenes that she had. I don't think she did anything special,
She
really.
only had like
As
2 or 3 scenes, right?
Yeah, I don't think she did anything super special when she was playing Clytemnestra, but I think her performance as Helen in the little scene she has, like the grief that she feels when her daughter gets killed, and then and then again the grief she feels right before she kills her husband. Both of those moments are very visceral, and they make you react in the theater, and that is
Yeah,
the sort of performance
she
that
doesn't
she's known
have
for.
much to do at all for Clytemnestra, which I thought was kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
Um, because it's just that the dinner table, right?
I don't remember much else. She might have had a couple more scenes, but um, yeah,
The
I like the
the
scar on her
only
eye
thing I
too.
remember
That was good.
is the dinner scene, which she didn't really give, or she wasn't very pivotal in. I think the center of that was between Telemesius and who does John Brontal play?
Um,
What's his name? Or let's just say John Bernthal.
it's yeah, John Bernthal. It's the brother of Agamemnon, Melanos.
Else. But she was great in all of her scenes. And
Yeah,
Sam also mentioned Mia Goth.
she was great, and
Which
I haven't seen Mia Goth really in anything. I haven't watched the X trilogy,
she was one of my
so
weaker performances for me.
oh really?
Yeah.
Huh? No, she was good. I mean, she's not in it much.
I thought she was alright.
She's really a cameo more than anything. She's got a role. It's not really a cameo, but it's a very small like guest character almost in the movie. But it works. Um,
I don't know, especially with her
showed the
scenes.
breaking of Odysseus's house, kind of.
Her scenes with Robert Pattinson, especially, it's just.
I thought
I
it was a
felt
little
like
weird that she like
I
fell
felt
in
like
love
she
with
could
him.
have. I felt like she could have gave a better performance there.
Yeah.
Which honestly might not be on Mia Goth's fault. It could be on Nolan because he's the one directing. I'm interested. I'm more interested to see. I guess maybe I shouldn't say this, but I am more interested to see her performance in Starfighter after this.
I mean, I really haven't seen Mia Goth, and I genuinely might be 1 or 2 movies max. I want to look up her filmography right now. That's what I love when we can do when we're live, is that I can actually look up stuff.
Have you seen X or Pearl?
No, I haven't seen any of those movies.
You haven't seen X?
I haven't seen X, Pearl, or Maxine.
Dude. I'm not the biggest fan of X.
Oh, I saw her
Pearl.
in Frankenstein. And Nymphomaniac. That was it. That's all I've seen.
I'm not the biggest fan of X. Pearl is much better of a film, and I just haven't seen Maxine because I've heard bad things about it. But yeah, she's supposed to be in the Blade film, right?
Mia Goth is, I don't believe, attached anymore. I mean, I don't know who the hell is attached to Blade.
Out. I forgot.
I don't know who's attached to Blade other than Marshall Ali. He might be the only person still attached to that movie.
But yeah, Mia Goth was attached, and then, which this is why you don't cast for a film that doesn't have a finished script yet.
yeah,
Hopefully, X-Men does not have that problem because that would be pretty bad.
I have to assume that if that script is not finished, that it is in the what I would
No,
call
they're
Marvel finished script phase, which is that it's as finished as it's going to be, for the most part. Like until they just film and they change whatever they need to from there, which maybe isn't a good strategy, but for the most part, it's worked at Marvel, and that's the strategy they use. Um,
yeah.
so yeah. Hi, Santana, how you doing?
Is there anything else?
I
I don't know.
know.
I'm trying to think of other pivotal scenes.
I mean, luckily, we really have, like, I think, exhausted um the movie for the most part. I'm trying to think of, like, we
Were
didn't
you
talk about
scared? Were
Calypso
you
much.
scared at all?
No, I don't know why you keep bringing that up.
Because
and
you
it's like,
keep getting scared at
you're-
movies. And I was
When?
kind of What was it?
When's the last time I got scared at a movie?
Well, you didn't want to see Nosferatu because you
That was
you-
2
you
years
decide-
ago.
You decided to see Sonic 3 instead of Nosferatu.
That was 2
because you
years
thought
ago,
it
and that
would have
was
been
due to
too
my own
scary.
anxiety. That wasn't even about Nosferatu as a movie.
All right.
That's it.
I thought.
That's all you had? Was just that movie? You didn't have another, like, movie I get scared at in the theaters?
Dude, I don't remember. Gustavo has a lot of.
I
good
saw
memories
Sinners in
there.
theaters, I was fine. Weapons in theaters, I was fine. Evil Dead Burn, I just saw, was fine. I watched Obsession, I was fine. I watched Leviticus, I was fine.
No. I think you told me you got scared at a scene in Obsession.
No, I didn't. Obsession was not scary. I liked Obsession. I
Oh,
loved Obsession.
Okay.
But it was not a scary movie.
I'm misremembering. Did you
The
not get
scariest
scared
movie
at
I've seen this year is Leviticus, and there was maybe one moment where I was really, like, even slightly freaked out.
Okay.
I'm not, like, trying to be like, ooh, I'm better and I don't get scared of movies, but, like, it just
Sam-
doesn't happen that often.
Sam said, Brayden, I don't see how you didn't like the Cersei scene.
I don't know if it was the actress playing Cersei or whatever, but,
we
like,
all prefer Cersei from Creature
Creature
Commandos.
I mean, yeah, but, like,
No, I'm joking.
no, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Except for Brayden.
I'm not joking.
Except for Brayden.
I don't know. It looks kind of cool. I got annoyed at that point. I was like, oh, look, men are pigs. I don't know.
It's literally
know.
the Sabrina Carpenter video.
Yeah. Why didn't we cast
Hey,
Sabrina
man.
Carpenter as Cersei? I would have liked it better. I don't freaking know. I mean, yeah, they're hungry and they're greedy and they broke, I don't even like that. No, that scene actually does piss me off. I get really mad about that scene, thinking about it.
Does it
that,
really
that
piss you off?
It felt like a failed execution fully.
I got very. I don't know.
It's incredibly obvious.
The stakes for me kind of were high in that scene,
Mhm.
just because I get weirded out. I get creeped out.
Oh, so you've just been soft launching this whole
I
time.
was not scared. I was weirded out. I was like, "This is gross."
Bro,
I
look at these.
I get wheezy, like especially when she was forming their head shapes into pigs, which was done practically, as they said. Oh my god!
You're looking at DCU, dude. DC News and on DCU chat.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, you weren't looking at that? Oh yeah, I
No,
did
what
stream
happened?
Spider-Man for like a second today, like literally an hour and 15. I don't know. They're on my ass because apparently Campia said in the live stream, "Do not take this overly seriously."
Who is saying Alexander Ludwig is playing Aquaman and Man of Tomorrow? Why was that posted?
I am sending that in for Portal Nerd.
Sources Live Warrior.
Oh, Live Warrior? What the hell is that? Oh my god.
Hold on,
This is
I'm gonna type something in DC News.
alright. Oh my god.
Hold on. This is gonna be funny. I hope people don't leave the server over this, but
Oh my God. All right. I think we have genuinely run out of things to talk about during the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Now we're just doing stuff we would do in like a personal call, but on stream.
Facts.
So
Yeah. Our next review will
you
be
got it, Sam.
our next film review will be Spider-Man: Brand New Day in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. I might cover something in between. I haven't decided. Do I like KFC? It's a
For a
very random
movie,
comment, but yes, I. Well, no, I don't actually like KFC at all.
you're
I don't know
you're
why
covering
that's
a movie
comment.
before Brand New Day.
I might be. If
What
something cool
movie?
comes out next week, I might cover it.
What's coming out next week?
I don't know, but if something cool comes out, I might
Bro.
cover it. I don't freaking know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
I think it needs to be a blockbuster.
I'm
us to
aware.
cover.
I'm not gonna cover a movie that isn't popular.
But nothing's coming out next week. That's like
And
notable.
nothing's coming out. I don't know. Okay. Brand New Day is gonna be the next one because you're right. There probably isn't anything else.
And then next week we'll be live streaming San Diego Comic Con Friday, a week from today. Lanterns Saturday. Saturday Marvel at 8 p.m. and I think 4:30 p.m. for Lanterns on Friday. We'll do a live stream before that. Early next week.
At least one. It'll depend on when news drops, but I'm presuming at least one. We might even have one out potentially this weekend, depending on the
We
style
might
of
have
news. If
news
any that's big.
tonight.
Yeah, if any of that's big, we won't emergency stream it, but we will probably stream it tomorrow.
Well, depending if there's big DC news on Hollywood Reporter's newsletter, and if there's any news on Snyder's podcast, then I guess we could go live tomorrow if it's big.
I'm checking
big,
announcements.
like-
You did it in announcements?
Yes.
Buddy, it got deleted, bruh. They immediately deleted that shit.
Wait, no, I didn't do announcements. I did it in DC News.
No, Sam posted something in announcements and they insta deleted it.
What was it?
I don't know.
Sam, write in the comments what you wrote, because I don't even know what he. Why are
They
they
insta deleted
deleted?
that shit. Bro, imagine it's all fun and games till Mitchell Sligert actually plays Batman, and then everyone gets off my ass.
True.
Anyway,
Vindication.
y'all, we're gonna go. Oh, okay, that's fair. We're gonna go. Love you all. Thank you for listening again. 2.5 for me. 4 stars. 4 stars. 4.5. What would you give it, Cole?
I'm debating. I'm not gonna confirm it right now.
Okay, we're confirming it right now. He's giving it a 4 because that's closer to my rating.
You do not get to say what
I definitely do because you're not committing to
No,
a rating.
No.
Ooh, my name is Cole. I'm really indecisive about how I feel about the Odyssey. Instead of just saying a score and changing it later, I'm just gonna...
Okay, I have to preface this. I'm a very indecisive person, and it takes me a while to commit to something. And that includes film scores and what I think of a film, because I can't just like come out of a film and be like, this is how I would rate it. Like, I need to reflect on it, and it takes me days. I don't know why you're smiling. This is not a very weird thing.
Because I'm posting. I posted. I said, who leaves John Campea? I said all of us.
Wait, what happened?
I posted it in the general chat. I took like a Snoop Dogg gif that says all of us.
Oh. Okay. I think that's a wrap on the stream.
I just want to see David and Robert make out so the merge can happen. Broskowski is so funny, bro. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Go join the Discord. We have all sorts of shenanigans there. This stream went for an hour. Jesus, it should not have gone on that long.
The Odyssey takes that long to discuss.
The Odyssey's mid as hell. I'm just kidding.
The Odyssey is not mid as hell. It's
I'm actually not kidding. Film. All right, goodbye, everybody. I will stream Spider-Man probably tomorrow for sure. All right. Like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on Odyssey. I'll see y'all in the next main plot episode.